Hi, my name's Rob and this is the TW White & Sons used car review of this car here, a Mazda CX-5. It's a 2.5 SKYACTIV-G engine, 194 horsepower, all-wheel drive, running through a 6-speed automatic gearbox. The specification is the top spec, the GT Sport. Looking really nice here in Snowflake White Pearl. Look at the bonnet and you can see there's a sparkling metallic effect on there. So starting at the front of this car, we have front parking sensors, full LED headlamps here, and these are high beam assist, so they will basically be able to be driven with the full beam on, and they will automatically dip towards oncoming road users' lights and the bright lights of a cityscape. As we come round the car, we have a silver 19-inch alloy wheel. We also have a nice bit of plastic cladding running around the sides of the car onto the arches, giving you a nice bit of protection from door-on-door parking damage. We also have keyless entry. Now this will allow you to use just touching the button to enter and exit the car, as long as the key is about your person. We have power folding door mirrors with the integrated indicators in there. Privacy glass for the rear window and the rear hatch. Before we come round to the back, with rear parking sensors and camera. Now there is a camera for each side of the vehicle. That will be the front, the sides and the rear, and effectively giving a 360-degree view. As we come round, again it picks up the light here in the sun with the crystal metallic paint. This car also has an optional electric glass sunroof, which I'll try and show you on the top here. So as we review the back of the car first, there is a touchpad here which allows you to enter into the vehicle and electronically raising the tailgate. This can be controlled from the key fob as well as internally, and of course the external touch button. Into the boot, more storage below. There's a subwoofer which we'll come back to later, but it links to the 12-speaker BOSE Sound System, and you have a 40-20-40 split for the rear seats here. I mean, you can have some passengers carried still with luggage in, or even a long load through the middle of the car, leaving space for 4. Again, touching the button, simply close the tailgate again, and away it goes. So we'll enter into the rear of the car here, at which point you can see the Nappa grade leather interior. Smells good, looks good to the touch. These rear seats also have ISOFIX for children's safety seats, and the outer 2 rear seats are also heated, which are hidden into this storage armrest here. So you've got more storage, comfort for armrest leaning, but of course heated seats, superb in this weather of course. Rear AC vents, so the whole cabin stays nice and warm or cool, according to your preference. As we come across into the rear of the door here, you'll notice that the GT Sport has this lovely wood effect trim piece with chrome detailing and a gloss black around the electric window switch. Lots of soft touch plastics across the board, with again a stitch running through the door cards to complement the seats. As we step into the driver's side of the car, again comprehensive controls on the door cards, including power folding mirrors and a fully adjustable electric heated mirror controls. Again, one of the 12 speakers, powered by BOSE amplifier. Before we swing round and look at the cabin itself. So the driver's seat, fully adjustable, fully electric and heated, and of course this memory function for 2 different drivers to store their perfect positions. You'd link this in relation to the steering wheel, which is fully telescopic for both reach and rake. And as we come across here, a series of controls. One would be to do with the intelligent stop and go, called iStop. unique to Mazda. Rather than using a starter motor to stop and start the car when the conditions are correct in traffic, it actually freezes the combustion process, sparks one cylinder, which then in turn starts the whole car. Far more efficient way of doing things, and of course it saves fuel when it's active. You've also got other safety systems fitted to this particular car. You have lane departure function. This would also alert you to drifting left or right inadvertently in traffic conditions, therefore preventing any collisions with cars in the lanes left to right side to you. There's also got adaptive cruise control, which is shown on the steering wheel here. Again, this also has the ability to keep a predefined speed and gap between you and the vehicle in front, therefore slowing the car almost to a halt should the conditions permit. Also got a speed limiter, really useful for the prevalent 20-mile-an-hour zones that are now creeping in, and that will again stop the throttle from exceeding your chosen speed unless you push fully to the floor. This side also has controls for media, and this includes your telephone preparation, audio controls, the ability to change the radio frequency or the streaming track you're listening to. We have a digital driver's display here. Again, key information listed in the middle of the display. Coming across, we have the landscape design of the multimedia interface with the controller just below here. And you've got various access points, including audio, which will bring up the digital radio, FM radio. You can also plug in and use inputs for your devices just down here, and that will allow Apple CarPlay or Android Auto to be activated. The car also has its Mazda's inbuilt satellite navigation. Again, you can use this, or you could indeed use navigation apps from your device, which would include things like Google Maps or even Waze. You have a reversing system. This is a surround view camera, so it gives you two elements. You can see a view all around the vehicle, so as assumed if you were above the car, and then you have a view here showing the front of the car. This can also be changed for the rear of the car, or just focus on the sides of the vehicle. So with sensors, with cameras, it's comprehensive. It should allow you to squeeze into very many tight spaces. As we were looking down here, we have a 6-speed automatic gearbox with a sport function, which will speed the gear changes, the responsiveness of the throttle, and allow you to crack on and get on with your driving if you wish to push the car in that fashion. Coming across, we have digital climate control. It has seat heaters for both driver and passenger up front, and of course I mentioned the rear seat heaters for the outer two passengers in the rear. Also includes a heated steering wheel. That would be a lovely thing to grab on a cold, crispy day. Stop start button, again links in with the keyless entry function that the car has as well. And we also have automatic lights for the LED headlamps and automatic wipers, again sensing rain and light at the top of the windscreen. With the automatic mode, there is paddles. You can then change gear manually and take full control, useful for coming down hills or just for holding a gear to overtake safely. This car also has a head-up display, which is this little unit here, and then just flashing you can see digital speed, the roundel for the road, which tells you the speed that you should be adhering to, and if you've set up a speed limiter, it would also allow you to see that information there. Navigation turn by turn, so left and right arrows would also allow you to link into that too. So pretty comprehensive, but again very, very safe. A nice frameless design with the mirror, which is self-dimming. Of course, we have a sunroof, which is fully electrified for both tilt and slide. And as we sweep round the cabin, again high premium quality Nappa leather interior in a burgundy finish with a contrast to the doors in a black with a white stitch, the wood trim, and that runs through the middle of the car, and that gives a great design feature. More BOSE speakers, again one of the 12 in the vehicle, but a very high spec, very nicely trimmed, very nicely made premium experience from Mazda. So this concludes the review of the car internally, externally, and I hope you've enjoyed the car. So we shall leave here. step back here to give you one last view of the vehicle. So this vehicle is available to purchase through us at any of our TW White & Sons businesses. Of course, you can request the car to be moved to the nearest branch to you. We also will be able to take a part exchange with the car, and we can offer full finance terms if you wish to purchase the car using our money and not yours. So thank you for reviewing this video. I hope it's inspired you enough to call and contact at TW White & Sons for further information.